Football is back, and Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more. Get your picks right and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. You can play with as little as $1. Download the app today and sign up with promo code SPORTS365 to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code SPORTS365. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog. Make picks. Win money. Must be 18 and up, 19 and up in Alabama, Nebraska, 19 and up, and in Colorado for some games, 21 and up in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and must be present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. That's 467-369. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details.
Welcome into Paul Catalina's Top 5, brought to you by Flag Anthem. Use our promo code at flaganthem.com, 365 Sports for a discount at checkout. Let's talk about the top 5 Texas OU moments of the 21st century. I got to tell you, this top 5 I've been working on all week. I was going to do a top 15, a top 20. I couldn't figure out how to do it, and it was just because there's so much stuff you can leave out. This is truly, in my opinion, the most interesting rivalry in college football, in that there are no long streaks in it, really, and you can't predict it year in and year out. Give me any other rivalry. Honestly, the game, Michigan, Ohio State, Florida, Florida State, you name it, the Egg Bowl, the Iron Bowl, most of the years, it's kind of predictable. Now, weird things happen in rivalry games, but this is the game that elevates the rivalry experience to its essence. If you don't like either of these teams, that's fine. You should still, as a college football fan, tune in tomorrow at 2:30 Central Time and watch this game, because weird stuff will happen. I promise you. We've already talked about John Mateer all day long and what that could be like. So, let's get started. Number 5, Caleb Williams and Kennedy Brooks, the comeback in 2021. We'll get to 2001 in a minute. 2021, Caleb Williams, before he scampered off with Lincoln Riley to USC, enters the game and just transforms into the Incredible Hulk and dominates Texas. So much so that they came back down 31-7 to win the game at the buzzer on this touchdown by Kennedy Brooks from Mansfield, Texas. An absolute dagger in front of a bunch of his friends and family and a bunch of Texas fans who could not believe what they were seeing in that moment. And not a great day for Tom Herman. Number 4, Roy Williams, Superman in 2001. When I think of this game, this is the play that I think of. And I think it's most people my age and maybe Garrett's age, this is the first thing that comes to mind. This kind of showed you the athleticism that a guy who Bill Parcells described as a biscuit short of a linebacker had when he was at Oklahoma. Really, really amazing. Chris Sims will never live this down in his whole life, and he knows it. He's a good sport about it. I've talked to him about it. Smokey, we've interviewed him. He will never live it down, but this was an absolute gut punch right here, because this happened right in the end zone. So it was not a great one. Number 3, Charlie Strong somehow pulls it off in 2015. This was a bad Texas team in 2015. They were not good. Charlie Strong had already kind of run afoul of all the Texas fans. He hadn't been in the job too long. It just wasn't working out. They didn't make the right hire. They didn't make a lot of great decisions. The program, this was, when you think about the decade of Texas incompetence that they had between the dismissal of Mac Brown, well, actually the Colt McCoy getting injured in the national championship game until Steve Sarkisian took over a couple years ago. This is the era, the Charlie Strong era, that I really think of that stands out. But in what this game can be, a carnival of weirdness, which there's an actual carnival outside, this game got weird. Texas won the game, and Charlie Strong's wearing this gold cowboy hat and giving this, winking the gun all the way through. And congratulations to Charlie Strong. This is a big moment for him in his career. Number 2, the McCoy-Bradford showdown in 2008, 45-35 Texas. This one was an all-out brawl between two elite quarterbacks, Sam Bradford, who'd go on to win the Heisman, and Colt McCoy, who when he left Texas was the all-time winningest quarterback in the history of college football. Didn't have that national championship on his own that he wanted so badly, but this was one of those great games that was back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and ultimately a Jordan Shipley 96-yard kick return made a huge difference in the game, but this was the peak of Colt McCoy's career, this Red River game in 2008. And number 1, in 2020, when we were all locked in our homes, Spencer Rattler helped pull off a gigantic comeback in 4 OTs as Texas wins 53-45. This was ridiculous. We were all like, look, you can see in the background of that picture, because it was 2020, not a lot of people at that game. The least attended Red River game probably ever. But it was one of the most entertaining, and since we were all trapped inside watching it, they delivered. Spencer Rattler, his peak moment as Oklahoma quarterback is just a couple of years later, not even a couple, 1 year later, in this very same game, his career as the starter at Oklahoma would end because of Caleb Williams and his ineffectiveness. So Spencer Rattler now the starter in New Orleans, but this was his crowning moment as an Oklahoma Sooner. That's going to do it for the top 5. Speaking of carnivals, we have our own state fair of Andrew Valade stuff right now.